I am crazy. I'm stupid. I am not normal. I'm jealous. I'm a bastard. I'm a son of a Shia prostitute. I'm a whore. I'm garbage.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's your brother Leafy was here. And a few weeks ago, I had a debate with a Christian by the name of J49. Now, this guy is a dishonest Christian propagandist. Essentially, that's what he is. He goes on his little TikTok lives and spews the worst bottom-of-the-barrel trash apologetics that you can find. And you'll see this in the debate on Hadith reliability, where he isn't even able to track the arguments and evidences being presented in front of his face. This guy was making claims like academics say Hadith are unreliable. I told him, name me an academic. Couldn't name one. He said he knows what isnad-matn analysis is. I asked him, okay, explain it to me. He gave the incorrect definition. And when I asked him again, he refused to answer because he knew that he was baked. The only thing this clown knows how to do is to puff his chest out and pretend like he's saying anything of substance, when in reality, all he's doing is recycling Sam Shamoon articles from 2009.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Now, this dishonest clown is also trying to use the Yaser Qadhi situation to his advantage by saying that even Yaser Qadhi is saying that hadiths are discredited. Now, Yaser Qadhi himself obviously doesn't believe that, and I've already made videos refuting his mistakes on Brother Dean's channel, so check them out if you're interested. The links to them will be in the description. A quick reminder that if you want to gain access to my Discord server with all my notes and sources that I use when giving da'wah, the link to it is in the description. You can join it by subscribing to my Patreon for $8 a month. It's well worth your time and effort. Barakallah fikum. So yeah, without further ado, let the baking commence.
Requesting up.
Hey, all y'all Muslims gonna be down there running off. Come on.
Yeah. So, how are you, brother?
Hey, Leafy, chill.
Good, how you doing, man?
Just chill.
Am I allowed to speak?
Hey, welcome to the panel.
Leafy, wait, hold on. We're going to have a topic. We're going to speak on that topic, but just wait, dude. Let him finish up with this, Valentino.
All right, no worries. Just let me know when you're ready, bro.
All right, so real quick, Valentino, we're going to end this real quick because we have a lot of people on the panel now that would love to contribute to this conversation.
I mean, okay, I'm going to go then.
You got to come up here and help your people out.
Wait.
It's about to get real bad for y'all.
Hey, Duran, 1 second before. I don't want him to go. You guys.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'll be on you.
When was
A few moments later.
Blah, 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 blah. And then you say, Albi was there.
The topic was supposed to be Muhammad in the Bible, and he ran from it. Ask him why he ran.
Bro, Central. That excuse can't work. You know Avery will go one-on-one with you. He's not going to have 5v1 with you.
Bro, he had a 1v1 with Adam.
We have videos of you talking about this stuff. We have videos of you sitting down and saying, I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to see him in New York, blah, blah, blah. When time came, typical you, dude. You never.
Essentially, you ain't want to pull up.
Are you guys ready to talk about the topic?
I'm going to pull up.
Pick up, bro.
What did he say?
Let's get to the topic, bro. Let the brother Leafy do his thing and shop.
Right. I'm going to pull up on him and everything else. All right, Leafy, I got a topic for you, dude.
No, the topic is already on the screen, bro.
No.
It's even
Hey, Leafy,
Jay, I didn't come here to debate you. I came here to debate Derek.
Hey, Leafy.
Jay, hold on. Well, you calling me out now? Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm calling you out, bro. I'm here for you. All right, so
hey, relax.
So I'm good, bro. So I want this to be Jay, bro.
Leafy, chill.
I want V1.
Hey, listen, Leafy, you already got a reputation, dude. You got to chill. Okay?
Yeah, you better.
I got a reputation for cooking Christians. That's what happened.
Okay, Leafy, you know what?
Relax. Hold on. When you walk into a hood, you got to know where you at. You don't just walk into somebody's hood thinking you repping something, bro. You better have somebody.
So scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
Bro, all I'm asking is to respectfully discuss with you without interruption. Is that too much to ask?
No.
Bring your energy down a little bit, because you're about to get me excited. And when I get excited, I start putting them in bags like that.
Hey, don't get too excited, bro. Don't get too excited.
Hey, Leafy, listen.
All right, man.
Okay, there's everybody in the panel. Everybody's going to get to talk. Central, you requested up here. And so you're all going to also, you can jump in on this, okay? We're all going to sit on it. Now, Leafy, if you can't handle that,
I give all my time to my brother.
We'll talk to Central.
I give all my time to my brother.
Hey, we only this
that's fine, bro.
Okay,
That's fine, bro. Hey, if you want to chime in, that's cool, bro. As long as Darren gets to talk as well. No worries. You guys can 2v1 me, I don't know.
Well, no, it's not about 2v1. It's about getting down to the fact.
Anybody can chime in out here. Okay.
Okay, no worries.
That's the panel, okay.
You good? So, how do you think you're reliable? So,
no, hold on.
Bro, why are you running from the topic, bro? What's wrong with you?
Hold on. Okay. You finished with that guy? He's already gone? Yeah. All right, no problem. I thought he was still there. You're trying to get your answer with him. Okay, all right. So the topic is, are hadiths even reliable? We've had your scholars sit down and
Which
say
scholar?
that academia...
Which scholars?
Yaser Qadhi.
Yaser Qadhi is not a scholar, he's a jahil.
Yeah, no, well, you're the jahil, dude. Who are you?
No, you're a jahil,
an
bro.
educated man. Why are you telling a guy?
I am an educated man. You don't know what Muslims
Hey, relax before you get dropped down.
Leafy, this is why you get dropped in like 30 seconds.
Just relax.
Okay?
I think he wants to get kicked, bro. I don't really think he wants to.
I think so. I'm just citing the scholar, and you just started with so and so.
Yeah, okay, so does Yaser Qadhi... Let me ask you a question, Jay. Jay,
Leafy, last time.
Jay, can I ask you a question? Jay, I'm asking you...
Go and chat and ask the question.
Why y'all kick him?
Hey, we got you. This is what he does every time.
Why did I kick him?
Because you see how that...
It's central. Bro. Just talk.
Yeah, but respectfully, he has to speak to the host.
Right, I agree.
After. So can you bring him up and talk to the host?
Don't worry about it. He
doesn't want to talk. He just wants to yap until he gets kicked.
No, he clearly asked to have a discussion with the host.
We were having a discussion, but he wouldn't stop talking. He was
host, but wait, host, you didn't even speak. Jay was the one speaking, and he wanted to speak to you.
Yes, because Central, we know a lot on your side, on your Islamic side. You know that we're here also to.
Okay, so can you bring the brother back up and maybe give him time to speak?
That. Because if you had so much of a game, you would have showed up for Avery, right?
Okay, listen.
Central, are you? Do you need him on the panel with you, or what?
Do you need all these guys on the panel?
No.
Okay, so drop them.
Have a conversation.
No.
You want to 1v1 on Muhammad in the Bible right now in front of 400 people?
Okay.
About hadiths?
No, Muhammad in the Bible.
Muhammad's not a debate.
No.
Yeah, formally debate me formally.
No.
Not in the Bible, but
debate me right now.
Not in Isaiah 42. Not in Deuteronomy 18.
Hey, host, pick the moderator. I'll debate you formally right now.
Darren, we know these guys.
Okay,
look, Jay is grasping. He's begging for you not to debate me on that.
Calm down, Central. Just calm down.
Central.
Y'all don't want that. Let the brother Leafy talk.
Go on mute.
Hey. Go ahead.
We know how you guys act, okay?
Go ahead, Jay.
All right. Yeah. We know how you guys act. That's
Leafy, do your thing.
Central, you cannot come with this energy.
He's gonna kick me if I talk.
We'll start with Avery, okay? So please chill out. Now listen. The question is hadith. The hadith are reliable. So now, right? Your scholar, Yaser Qadhi.
He's not my scholar.
More education than both you guys put together.
A degree in
okay, all right. You're high school dropouts. Now listen. All right. That guy said that academia went and looked at the methodology of the isnad, the chain of narrators, and
what is that methodology?
That it has zero credibility. Hey man, Leafy, I swear, dude. You need this.
Brother, do you want a monologue or do you want a discussion?
You can't be quiet, dude. Why are you talking over me?
Land before you start speaking, Leafy.
No, but bro, if he spews nonsense, do you want me to stop you and correct you?
Be quiet for a second. He brought you back up.
Okay, I'll be quiet. No worries. I'll be quiet. Go ahead. Just let me know when you're done. No worries. I'll be quiet. Let me know when you're done speaking.
That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
I'm gonna mute you up. Here it is. Don't come off mute, okay? As I said, we are setting it up, and he said that academia said that your isnad methodology has zero credibility.
Nope.
Your top influential Sunni scholar said that academia has zero credibility.
What? Are you mentally disturbed? Are you be smoking crack? يا كذاب. طيب. Are you مجنون? أعوذ بالله من ذلك.
What did they base this on? It's essentially, to put it in, without being long-winded, it says you just guys have 2 Abus, 3 Salims, and 1 Muhammad, and say, you know what, bro? Their reputation is good, therefore we'll either grade it by Sahih or whatever it is.
Source? Just trust me, bro.
There is nothing that ties the actual hadith, evidence of the actual hadith, has gone through that whole chain of narrators.
You stupid.
There's no evidence that they were involved in it.
Wrong.
There's no evidence that any of their contemporaries talked about it.
Huh?
And it doesn't go all the way to Muhammad. Therefore, your Sunni hadiths, as they said, was absolutely garbage.
Okay. Can I respond now? Is that okay?
Go ahead. So we're going to talk about the methodology of the hadith.
Go ahead, Leafy.
Thank you, brother. So I'll just refute you very easily right now. So if you read The Integrity of the Quran by Sunni Shia historical narratives by Sayyid Fahim Kara, right? He's a Western scholar, critical scholar. What does he say about the report talking about Aisha breastfeeding? He says, quote, this report, Mosque says that it dates to Aisha or even earlier to the Prophet. He considers it prophetic. So what's he saying? That this hadith, I'll read you what he says. He says, the 26 variants indicate that the report spreads from Aisha to individual transmitters who are Nafi', Al-Qasim, Salim, and he lists all of them. Therefore, it appears that Aisha was both the source and common link to the report, right? And that they eventually were recorded in major Sunni hadith collections. He considers this report is authentic. He goes on to say that this hadith is authentic. Okay, so what you're saying about scholars not considering hadith to be reliable because of the chain of transmitter, this is incorrect. Second of all, you made the point about Yaser Qadhi. First of all, Yaser Qadhi doesn't have a degree in hadith. You don't even know what his field is. You just say he's a scholar. He's not a scholar in hadith. All right, so that's the first point. Second of all, if you actually read the rest of the video that he sent, he's talking about the epistemological differences between the historical critical method and the traditional science of hadith. For example, they don't accept miracles. We accept miracles. So if a report says that the Prophet did a miracle, by definition, they're not going to accept it. That's what he's talking about. That's why he says it's discredited in sense, because from the beginning, they rule out the possibility of miracles. They rule out the possibility of any supernatural, effects in the hadith. So by that definition, they discredit the hadith, what he meant. But if you actually read the rest of what he says and the later clarification post he put up, what does he say? He says, of course, I consider hadith to be reliable. That's what he says. So I've quoted you scholars. Wait, I'm not done, bro. So I've quoted you scholars. I've quoted you Motsky, Kara, Donna, Shoemaker, what else? Montgomery, all these, Maji Abbott, Wal Haliq, all these scholars are Western scholars in the academy who consider hadith to be reliable.
Can you show us any of the hadith manuscripts within the first 300 years?
Right. Yep. So number one, what he did, ladies and gentlemen, is blah 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 blah. I quoted you this. Yaser Qadhi wasn't the guy who did the actual testing on the methodology. Academia did it. We're telling him what exactly they did. He has no answer to that other than throws these names out there. Tell me any of those scholars can sit down and prove that they walked through any hadith all through the chain and found people with the evidence of it when they were born. When was this guy? The first guy you named me, just a quick answer. I'm not giving up my time. Quick answer. Yeah, go ahead. When was that guy around? What year did he say this?
He said it right now. He published in 2022.
This scholar, right now. Okay, so this dude in 2025 is going to sit down and say that, I checked and I saw that the 5 or 6 narrators all sat down and there was evidence that they actually were involved with the hadith. Rubbish. Bring it. Show it to us.
No worries. No worries.
Show us the entire isnad and show us in the isnad. Hold on. I haven't finished.
Hold on. Let him land and then he'll pass it over.
I haven't finished. Okay? Now, in that entire isnad. Hey, Leafy. What is wrong with you, man? Show us
go ahead and finish.
Of that first guy you talked about.
Go ahead and finish. He's gonna let you land.
Show us in the entire isnad of the first scholar you brought on there, and show us the entire isnad, list the isnad, and we're going to walk through each of the narrators in there, and we're going to see if indeed. By the way, congratulations, your mother of believers were handing her breast off to men to be suckled on, but that's a whole different story. But show us in that entire.
That's not how it works, bro.
That it was done. Go ahead.
It's first of all, it's through a cup, so don't slander Mother Aisha. Second, I'm bringing it, bro. So first I have to correct your nonsense one by one. So be quiet, go on mute, and you ask for something, I'm gonna give it to you. Go on mute. You see how I was quiet when you were talking? Show the same respect, bro. Be quiet.
Be quiet. If you're conceding the mic, Jay, let him speak, and if you're conceding the mic.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Right, so go on mute. First of all, the idea about the breastfeeding, the suckling, is not through the breast. It's not skin to skin. Only a perverted loser like you would think such a thing. The Prophet said it's through a cup. All right. The second thing is you ask for the isnad tree. Here, I have the isnad tree. If you go to his book, it's right there on page. Here, let me get the page for you exactly. It's on page 50. And if you want the actual thread,
let him finish, Jay. Let him finish.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, no. Hey, wait. Do you want me to send you a screenshot and send it to you? Hey, wait.
Tell us who's on the isnad. Yeah, tell us all the details too. Yeah, but tell us who's on the isnad first. Let's start with that. Go get your scholar. Get your scholar. Show us your scholar stuff.
I'm more knowledgeable about this than me. I'm listening, man.
But hold,
Y'all going crazy right now.
yeah, can you just keep it fair? Because I'm on mute. Like when Jay's speaking, the brother's on mute. When he's speaking, he's kind of like interrupting. Like, let's just have a bit of fun, bro.
Hey, Central.
I got you, Dawa.
We'll keep it fair. We'll keep it fair.
Yeah, so for example, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Yeah, so do you want me to give you the chain, or do you what do you want exactly? You want the chain?
Yeah, I'm going to go open up that hadith. What hadith number is that? Hadith on.
Yeah, so the diagram is available on page 41 of his book, The Integrity of the Quran, Sunni and Shia. That one. And yeah, The Integrity of the Quran, Sunni and Shia, historical narrative by Sayyid Fan Kara.
Hadith Muslim 1453, right? Let's see. Muslim
there's many versions.
Well, I've got Muslim 1453 and 1454. Should be good enough.
Yeah, there's many. So I don't know why my camera is not showing. So can I send this to someone and they can show it? No. I'm new to TikTok, so I don't really know how to use it that well. But if I could send you the screenshot of the actual isnad tree, would that be okay?
You talking to me?
1453 here.
Yo, Aki, email it to me, centraldawa01@gmail.com.
All right. I've got it right up here. The hadith at least, okay? And King Slit Silv is here, so we're going to walk through all the chain of narrators on it, okay? Let me put this up on camera. But Silv, I'm glad you're up here so we can walk through the chain of narrators out here too, okay? So this is it. Messenger of Allah, I see the face of Abu Hudayfa on entering Salim, who was in the alley, into the house, whereupon Allah's apostle said, suckle him. And she said, how can I suckle him? He's a grown-up man. And Allah's messenger smiled and said, I already know that he's a young man. Umar has made his addition in his narration that he participated in the Battle of Badr. And in the narration of Ibn Umar, the words are, Allah's messenger laughed. Well, I don't know why she would protest about putting it in a cup. So is this the one?
But that's not the point. You're asking about is it reliable? Yeah.
No. Is this? I'm
yeah.
saying
So all of this is reliable.
Right? Now we're
what's the chain?
Now we're going to see the chain.
What's the chain? What's the chain?
Hey, are you okay, man? All right.
Yeah. What's the chain, bro?
What?
The chain is in front of him. It's right there. Let me go and read the chain. By the way, God bless you guys. To my brothers. And salam to others.
Brother Central, can you, I think SJ sent you something. If you could share that on your screen.
You want me to read the chain or no?
Yeah, go ahead, read the chain. And we're going to go one by one down that chain and see what evidence we have, okay?
Yeah, حدثنا عمرو. If you could just zoom in. Yeah, حدثنا عمرو الناقد وابن أبي. Go continue. ابن أبي عمر. قال حدثنا سفيان بن. Go to the other side. عن عينة عن عبد الرحمن بن القاسم عن أبي continue عن عائشة. So it goes back all the way to Aisha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we're going to find out these first two lines if they have all the evidence from these guys in the first two lines, correct? Let's do that. We're going to find if this chain of narrators actually were involved with this stuff and that they have evidence of them being involved with this hadith.
Yep.
Okay?
Are you saying genuine transmission? Are you saying there's no genuine transmission?
We're saying that your whole claim of narrators being involved with that hadith is absolutely garbage, like the academia said, because you can't prove that these guys were involved. That's what we're saying.
No,
the claim is garbage.
Do you know what isnad? No, brother. Jay. So let me understand you correctly. You're saying that no one. So the names here are nonsense, and no one transmitted anything. There's no genuine transmission. That's what you're saying,
okay, right? I'll make it clear what I'm saying in here. Okay?
It's a simple yes or no.
I'm going to say exactly what academia said. I'm going to tell you what academia said, and I'm going to make it clear.
You're not quoting academia. Right. Name a scholar.
Hey, chill out. I'm going to tell you what I've been telling you all this time. You guys claim that all these narrators were behind that hadith. So
that's not me claiming it. That's what Kara says.
What?
Kara
I don't care
says
who
that. I'm not claiming that. Yeah,
okay,
but name the scholar who refutes Kara.
This is what we call bait. Now he's sitting down and moving the goalpost and saying so-and-so said it. I don't care who said it and their mother said it.
Yeah, but he's an academic. You're saying academia refutes me. I'm quoting an academic, bro.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Mute up. Be quiet. Okay. This is what's happening. They have a hadith. They have the narrators in there. They say every narrator was involved with that hadith. That's number one. They didn't stick a narrator's name there who's not involved with that hadith, right? He has to be involved with that hadith. As simple as that. Now, just like academia said, these guys can never prove it. When we ask, like, show us how do we know that these narrators you've named have been actually involved with that hadith, they don't have the proof. Now, this guy came up first with all that energy and says, we can do it. So it's a set, so it's a set.
That's the graph. That's not true, by the way.
This is the very hadith that he's asked us to look at. And now he's going to prove us that these narrators were actually behind this stuff. So go.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to start showing us evidence.
Can you mute up now? Thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay, so who's the first one? Now, hold on.
Mute up, bro. Mute up.
Hey, bro,
I gave you time. Hey, Darren, bro, I gave him his time.
Hold on. I haven't finished. Hey, listen, Leafy. I swear, man, this is why you get kicked off panels, okay?
Bro, Jay, you got bro. You gotta
look at any
bro, you asked me to ask me a question, bro.
Listen, I do not want to look at diagrams. It's time to, show me the money, baby.
Yeah, I'm showing you
the evidence. Don't show me that stupid diagram you guys have created in your religion. That's all rubbish. That's what academia said.
I didn't make this. Academia made this diagram, not me.
They said this is garbage. Your people made it. This is garbage.
We didn't make this. Kara drew this diagram, bro. Are you okay? Muslims didn't make this diagram.
Hey, man. You are claiming that 5 people in that chain were involved with that hadith. We are asking you to show the evidence. And all you're doing is going to bring us this stupid diagram.
Bro, are you okay? You asked me to show you the chain of transmission. I'm giving you the whole diagram from front to back. And then I'm telling you that this scholar who's an academic said it's authentic. And all you've done is say, oh, no, proof that it actually happened. Right. Be quiet. I let you speak. Let me speak. No. Be quiet. Be quiet. Let me speak.
For the fourth time, you're not
answering the question. Can I have my chance to speak? This guy's not letting me speak, bro.
Host, you're muted, but come on, be fair, bro.
Now, this is the reason why. Listen, he's not listening to what I'm saying. They're changing the goalpost now. He claimed that every narrator in that hadith was involved with that hadith. I'm asking you, bring me the evidence for those narrators. One by one, we're going to go down and see if they've been involved with that hadith. Evidence to show they were involved in the hadith because you named those narrators. Don't show me every other narrator. This is what you're claiming. You're getting owned on this now.
Oh my God.
This is a BS.
I'm getting owned
about these narrators.
No, I'm not. Okay, very, very simple. Let me read.
Why is bro getting muted, man? Host, you're muted, bro.
Why am I muted? Can I answer the question? First of all, Darren, you're muted. I can't hear you, bro. If you're talking, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear you, bro.
My bad, guys. I was just trying to say, maybe Jay wasn't hearing me. That's why I didn't understand why you guys couldn't hear me.
You were on mute.
So let this be an equitable conversation here. Let us go back and forth. I hear what you're saying. He wants you to answer his questions directly. But again,
that's what I'm trying to do, bro.
We do have to allow them to speak. We can't ask them a question and then not allow them to give us an answer.
Okay, so thank you, bro. I appreciate you. So this guy is claiming that academics consider this hadith system discredited. I'm showing you an example, a real life example, where the academics, and I'm naming them to you. I'm not just saying academia in general. I'm actually giving you names of academics who are to top in their field. Motsky, Donna, Kara, these guys are top in their field, right? And they're saying that this hadith is reliable and it traces back to Aisha, just like the hadith says. It says narrated Aisha. Aisha said, and they're saying, yes, this attribution is correct. And we have all these chains with the correct attribution. What does he say specifically? And I'm going to read you the quote from page 41. He says, the 26 variants indicate that the report spreads from Aisha to individual transmitters who are Nafi', Al-Qasim, Salim, Salama, Urwa bin Zubair, Amra bin Abdul Rahman, and therefore it appears that Aisha was both the source and common link for the report, meaning she's the one that is the source of the report. It's a correct attribution. Furthermore, Nafi', Zainab, bint Umar, Salma, Urwa bin Zubair, and all these people spread the tradition to multiple individuals. What does it mean when you spread the tradition? It means there was genuine transmission. It's not made up. He's saying there's genuine transmission. Therefore, they are all partial common links. They're all partial common links. You probably don't even know what a partial common link is. From the partial common links, the variants were further spread out by prominent hadith collectors. Spread out means what? There was genuine transmission. It was spread out from prominent hadith collectors such as Az-Zuhri, Malik, Nafi', Yahya bin Sa'id al-Qattan. They were eventually reported in the 6 major hadith Sunni connections. So it's reported in Muslim, Bukhari, Abu Dawood, At-Tirmidhi and Nisa'i. It's collected in all these transmissions. So he's telling you there's a chain of transmission from Aisha, from the common links, from the partial common links, from the prominent Shia collectors, and then eventually to the Sunni hadith collectors. What is his question? And then I quote him another scholar who also says it's reliable, Motsky. He says it is possible to date the tradition back to Aisha's death or even earlier to the time of the Prophet, meaning that this is what a prophetic report that's actually authentic. And who's saying this? Not some Muslim scholar. These are all non-Muslims. Motsky is not a Muslim, and Kara is an academic. They're all academics. Go ahead and respond, please.
Can you respond to that now?
And the brother showed the sources as well. I had them all on screen. The book and the chain.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is how you know these guys are a house of smoke and mirrors. Just a stinking pile of crapola out there. I asked him, you have a hadith that you bring to us, he brought to us. You are telling me these are the chain of narrators on there. You are claiming that these very chain of narrators were involved with that hadith. Show us one by one evidence of that. What do these putzes bring me? They bring me a diagram. These boys are bringing me a diagram and other scholars, look, daddy, this one said it and that one said it. I don't care. I don't care. You are claiming in your book, in your hadith, that there are those 5 narrators. Let's go down one by one. Watch this, guys. This is why
already went by one by one.
This is why academia turns around and says that their entire claim and methodology has zero credibility. This is all they do. All he's going to do is repeating the same stuff over and over again. Such and such scholar said that. Such and such said that. Great. Let's then walk down. If they've walked down that hadith, they've seen each evidence of all those narrators. Let's do it right now. If you had the time to go research these scholars on this particular hadith, surely you would have looked at if truly those scholars had gone down and checked the evidence across each of those narrators. So again, guys,
they already did
show
that, bro.
us the narrators. Sil, go for it.
If you, so Jay, if
Hold
you
on,
read the book,
Sil wants to say something. Hold on, Sil wanted to say something, I think.
No, it was me. I was wanting the actual since they have the Quran claim from in the first 200 to 300 years. I want to see these manuscripts of these hadiths within the first 300 years.
Yeah, we do.
Want to see that too.
Yeah, that's fine, bro. You don't
Show
need
us the money, dude.
First of all, let me deal with Jay's point. So if you actually read the book, I know you haven't. Have you read this book, by the way, Jay?
Show us the evidence. Are you?
Bro, I'm asking you a question.
Hey, listen, bro. Seriously, I'm going to start.
Bro, I'm asking you a simple question. Why can't you be straightforward?
You can't be that
slow, have you read the book?
Do you have the evidence? Yes or no?
Yes, and yes, in the book, which you haven't read. Well, that's what I'm asking if you've read it.
Go ahead. So in the book,
you read the book.
In the book,
have you read the book?
You're the one bringing the book. Am I bringing the book?
Yes. Have you read it? I'm asking you. Have you read it? Yes or no? Very simple. If you say you haven't read it, then I'll explain it to you.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Open the book and show.
Have you read the book? Jay, have you read the book?
It's
a simple question.
Bloody evidence. Why are you asking me if I read a book?
Yeah, it's right there on the screen, bro. So,
great. So,
Darren.
Who's the first narrator? Let's see what it says on the first narrator. Let's see. Okay. So the first narrator.
Jay,
Jay was speaking when you interrupted him. He was still speaking.
Right. So now the first narrator is Ammar al-Naqid. Okay. Now go ahead and show us where Ammar al-Naqid shows the evidence where Ammar al-Naqid says, I am behind this hadith. Written evidence or any contemporary.
Why would he say I'm behind this hadith? That's not how hadiths work, bro. I don't think you understand how hadiths work. Hadiths don't work by a scholar saying, I transmitted this hadith. He doesn't say that, bro. All he does say is, I heard from such and such.
Is the chain of narrators?
I gave you the whole diagram with all the chain of narrators. What's wrong with you?
Is the chain of narrators not involved with the hadith?
Okay, Jay. Does Motsky consider this hadith authentic?
Darren, watch this. He's saying this. Is the chain of narrators involved with the hadith? Yes or no?
What do you mean involved? Do they transmit the hadith? Is that what you mean?
Yes. Are they the ones who transmitted it?
Yes, that's what scholars say. Yes,
great.
That's what Motsky says.
Go ahead and show us where the first guy on the chain. It should be easy. The first guy, Ammar al-Naqid, shows the evidence that he transmitted it. Go.
Yeah, it's corroborated by all the other chains, bro. What are you?
I don't care what don't tell me whose daddy and mommy collaborated.
Hold up. Wait wait a minute, something ain't right.
These people are stupid. And these people are. Do you know what they are? They're intellectual midgets.
What do you mean, bro? That's how it works. If I ask you, how do you know something's authentic? And I say, the evidence is this person witnessed it. That's the evidence. What's wrong with you? If you tell me the way I know the Gospel of Mark is true is because it's also recorded in the Gospel of Luke, that's evidence that what Mark's saying is
okay, great. So you have no evidence.
Isn't that right?
You have no evidence.
Bro, are you listening to what
do you have any evidence he transmitted it?
Darren, can you be quiet for 1 second? Darren, I want you to be genuine, bro. If I ask you a claim, or how do you know what Mark said is true? And you tell me, well, I know what Mark said is true because Luke also reported the same event, and we have other sources that also reported the same event. Does that make the claim of Mark more credible or less credible?
Cry to him.
No, I'm asking a genuine question. You're dishonest, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What does it mean by the first variant was recorded? Can you explain that? The first variant?
Yeah. Yes. So when you transmit a hadith, the hadith naturally has variants because it's an oral tradition, right? Same thing with you guys believe in the New Testament, and you believe that Luke and Matthew, they have oral variants in the way that they describe certain details, but the gist of it is the same. So in the same way, the hadith also, because it's oral transmission, it also has variations in detail, and that's how we can tell, we can cluster, and we can see that this tradent has this variation assigned with him, and that tradent has a different variation. For example, they might say the same thing but in a different order, or they might use a slightly different word when transmitting the same information, and because of that, we can reconstruct the actual genuine transmission. That's what Montgomery does.
Are there any variants that oppose each other?
No, there's no variants that oppose each other. They'll just say the same thing slightly differently.
Show us the evidence of the chain of narrators.
Yeah, I just told you Musky considers, bro, Musky consider this hadith authentic.
I do not care for much.
You just quoted academia, and when I show you an academic who says it's authentic, you tell me you don't care.
Named in the hadith.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
Hey, man, you are freaking out because just like the academia said, you guys, the entire stinking pile of garbage. You are proving it right now. I keep on asking you. You claim that these.
Wait, Jay, which academic says hadith are unreliable?
Listen, okay.
Wait,
these
Jay,
narrators were involved. These narrators were involved with that hadith. Show us. All we're asking you.
Bro, he's been showing it to you. What are you talking about?
I've been showing it to you this whole time. Are you okay? Are you slow?
Show us that the first guy was actually involved with it, not by his name.
I just quoted Musky. Yeah, bro, are you okay? I'm going to show it to you.
So don't the first guy, Amr.
Oh my God. Can you listen to the words that I'm saying, bro? Are you okay? So the first guy, Amr, his report is corroborated by the second person, right? Abdurrahman bin Qasim. And his report is corroborated by Az-Zuhri, which is corroborated by Nafi'. All of these people are transmitting the same thing. And they all are tracing it back to Aisha. And they're transmitting the same thing with slightly different variation in wording, which is how Motsky can reconstruct the variation in matan, the variation in content of the hadith, and trace it back to an earlier source, which is Aisha. So you can say that hadith is authentic to Aisha. Now, I've explained to you how we can know that what they're saying is authentic and that there's genuine transmission. If you still don't understand it, then you're slow in the head.
Great. Okay, thank you. So now again, ladies and gentlemen, this is why, again, academia and everybody says their claim of the methodology is garbage.
Name one.
You know why? Now it's my turn to talk. How many times have I asked him, great, are these narrators involved in transmitting it? They said yes. Let's go one by one and see if we can give me evidence that they were really involved.
They already did it, bro. Just read the book.
Let me ask him a question. So you said they corroborate each other. Do we have the writings of both people that we can actually see physically?
No, they don't. That's what we're asking for.
You said yes. Can you bring it up, please?
Just wait. So we have manuscripts of early hadith, but because hadith in the 1st century were not written on paper was only imported from China in the 8th century, according to Nadia Abbott. That's why in the 1st century, we don't have manuscripts of hadith. We only start getting them in the 2nd and 3rd centuries. Now, on the point of methodology, I'll just bring you... One second, bro. Why are you interrupting me while I'm speaking?
Because
you're telling me no scholars... Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Bro, why are you interrupting me? Why are you interrupting me, bro?
Hey, you right back at it, Jay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for being a fair moderator, bro. I'll try not to interrupt you.
You know,
he's talking about the methodology.
Hey, we get excited in here.
No, you're good, bro. So this guy's claiming, this dishonest guy is claiming that no scholar in academia takes hadith seriously. Listen to what these scholars say. So I'll quote you a few scholars. So Nadia Abbott she says, deliberate tampering with either the content or the isnads of the Prophet's traditions as distinct from the sayings and deeds from the companions and successors may have passed undetected by ordinary transmitters, but not by the aggregate of the ever watchful, basically honest, and aggressively outspoken master traditionalists and hadith critics. She says this in Abbott, her book Studies, Volume 2, page 132. Bernard Lewis, who's an Orientalist, he's not Muslim. He actually doesn't like Islam. He says, quote, but the careful scrutiny of the chains of transmission and the meticulous collection and preservation of variants in the transmitted narratives give to medieval Arabic historiography a professionalism and sophistication without precedent in antiquity and without parallel in the contemporary medieval West. By comparison, the historiography of Latin Christendom seems poor and meager, and even the more advanced and complex historiography of the Greek Christendom still falls short of the historical literature of Islam in volume, variety, and depth. This is Lewis Islam in open. Let me finish. I'm not done, bro. I'm not done. Let me finish.
Ask my question.
Lewis Islam and history. Let me finish. You're asking for no. Let me finish. You're right. No, you're scared. You're scared. Stop being scared. I'm quoting you scholars.
Let me ask
you scholars who agree with our methodology. Let me finish.
Let me finish so you can respond.
No, but I'm not done. I got one more quote because he's asking about methodology and which scholars take it seriously. When I'm done, I'll let you respond. No worries. Right. He's asking me which scholars He's asking me which scholars affirm your hadith reliability. I'm giving him scholars that affirm hadith reliability and showing him how he doesn't understand what actual Western academia is talking about. He's completely lost. So I'm giving you Nadia Abbott, Bernard Lewis. Both of these are non-Muslim scholars, and another one is Montgomery Watt. All of these are non-Muslim scholars who affirm that hadiths are reliable. Then I'll give you another one. D.S. Margoluth. He's again a professor in Islamic studies. She says its value for making accuracy cannot be questioned, and the Muslims are justified in taking pride in their science of tradition. She says this in her Calcutta University workbook, which was published in the 19th century, page 20. Okay, so all these scholars, what do? They say that the hadith are reliable, that they are a source of history, that they are superior, the historiography of the hadith is superior to Christendom, and that the traditionalists were genuinely transmitting material, and that they were honest and aggressively outspoken and preserved the variations in the material. Go ahead and respond.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, after the 35 minutes of asking this guy, you guys have brought an hadith. You've got 5 narrators in there. Show us written evidence of those narrators being involved with it, not just by somebody citing their names. I know you guys love to throw 5 Abus and 3 Salims and say, woohoo, my hadith is sahih. We want to see these guys actually involved with it. Now,
let me ask him a clarifying question.
35 minutes I've been asking this guy. Let's start with the first narrator and let's see where he wrote this hadith.
This is what I'm trying to go to.
There, dude. I'm saying you've named your narrators. Ammar al-Naqid is the first narrator. Show me in writing where he wrote about this hadith, talked about it, and he was involved in the transmission of the hadith. Don't tell me his name. Don't tell me show me a diagram.
Are you
Don't tell me his scholars. This so-and-so scholar and that so-and-so scholar said it was great. Show me that this guy really sat down and did this stuff.
Oh, nah, I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Matter of fact, I'm blind in my left eye and 43% blind in my right eye. I don't see much of nothing. Matter of fact, I can't even see you, sir.
Do you have anything in writing from Luke? Does that mean Luke didn't write anything? Do you have anything in writing from Luke?
Do you have anything from me? Rahman Ibn Qasim. Do you have anything from him?
Do you have anything from Mark? Do you have anything from Luke? Do you have anything from Matthew? Do you have anything from John?
So now watch this. Watch this, okay? Now watch this, right? 5 of the narrators in there, I just asked him a simple question. Show us the evidence that they were really behind this hadith. You're naming them as guys behind this hadith. You have no
Western scholars accept it, bro. Are you okay?
Thank you very much.
Do you know more than Motsky?
That's why.
Are you more knowledgeable than Motsky?
That's why your hadith is a stinking pile of crapola, bro. That's why.
This guy's a joke, bro.
When were all these hadiths compiled? What year were they all?
Yeah. So I just want to make a point, bro. So I'll just read Motsky. This is from his book, Analyzing Muslim Traditions.
Oh, yeah, he goes to Motsky,
he says,
dude.
Let me read, bro. You're scared of Motsky because he's an actual scholar who refutes you. Let me read to you what he says. He says, as a consequence, until the contrary is proven, we must consider Zuhri and Qatada text as authentic, really received from the person's name. So what is he saying? He's saying there's real transmission between Zuhri and Qatada. So that refutes you. So did Zuhri and Qatada receive real transmission according to Motsky? Yes or no? Yes
How
or
do we
no?
know it? How do we know it?
What do you mean?
How do
How
we
does he
know
know
it?
it? Because, okay,
Yeah.
I'll explain to you how he knows it. Yeah, I'll explain to you how he knows it. Good
Does
question.
he look for
Listen.
evidence?
Hey, listen.
Does he look
Listen.
for evidence?
I'm going to give you the evidence.
So he
Be
looks
quiet.
for the person
Be
who's on
quiet.
the
Let me
chain of
educate. Be
narrators.
quiet and let me educate you,
Yeah,
bro. You're asking a question,
let him
right?
finish.
You want an answer, right? I'm assuming you want an answer.
Go ahead,
Correct?
Show us
You
the
want to know
evidence.
how he reaches his conclusion, right? So I'm going to tell you how he reaches his conclusion. He reaches his conclusion by performing isnad-matn analysis. Do you know what isnad-matn analysis is, Jay?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is isnad-matn
Okay,
analysis?
so the matan is different from isnad. Okay, you're looking at the content. So he's looking narrators versus content. Content is not the primary reason to sit down and make anything sahih or whatever you want to grade it as. It's really more on the narrators. Now listen.
That's not what isnad-matn analysis is. Wait. That's not what
Go ahead and show us a hadith.
Bro, what? That's not what isnad-matn. No.
You're going to go into something.
No. That's not what isnad-matn analysis is. Have you read Motsky's paper on isnad-matn analysis? He has a paper on it, dating Muslim traditions. He explains what it is. Have you read what it is?
Listen to
You're
me.
embarrassing yourself, bro.
Listen to me. Show us the evidence of any hadith. Bring us the chain of narrators.
No. We're not changing the topic, bro. Bro, you're dishonest because
So
you don't
you
know
cannot-
something,
you
so you
cannot
want to
do
run
it.
away. I asked you, what is isnad-matn analysis? You said you know what it is. Then you said it's something talking about matan. Matan of the hadith is not how you judge a hadith. That's not what isnad-matn analysis is. I'm going to ask you again. What is isnad-matn analysis? Go ahead.
Do you have the evidence for any of those narrators, or you're wasting our time?
Hey, bro, he's
We've
not
asked
answering
it
my
for
question.
45
What is
minutes.
isnad-matn
You cannot
analysis?
prove it. I think
When was this method started?
I think we're done. We're done. We've asked.
You're not answering my question, bro. What is isnad-matn
They
analysis?
come up
You said
with
you know what it
hold
is.
on. One second. I'm talking to the host. 1 second. There, I think we're done. I think for an hour now, we've asked them, if you put 5 people's name on a document and say they have testified to this document,
Prove that they
can you
did that.
show us the evidence
Prove that they fabricated
those
it.
guys have? Hey, bro. At this moment, I'm telling you, just chill, please. Okay.
No, wait. You're
Can
claiming
you
that they
prove-
fabricated it. That's a claim. You need to provide evidence. You can't just say, oh, they put the names there and everyone just made it up.
Get out of here, dude. All he's done is repeated the same scholar's name for 1 hour, repeated the same quote over and over again. And the simple thing is, you got 5 people on a document saying, I'm testifying to this document. Can we show us proof that indeed those 5 people wrote somewhere else, written evidence that they actually did it on this document?
But bro, you're making the claim. You need to bring
Going to
evidence.
scholars here and scholars there, and we're saying, show us the evidence.
Yeah, but you're the one making the claim. You have to provide evidence.
I'm going to provide you evidence that they didn't exist. You want me to provide evidence of something didn't exist?
Well, to be fair, if they're named,
because he's providing evidence. Secular scholars that agree with our position, yet you're just making an argument.
Listen to me. Okay, I know you want to go to secular scholars and say all this stuff out here. I don't care about scholars. It's
Okay,
methodology.
So we
What I
should just
want
take what J49er on TikTok says over scholarship?
Yes. Because methodology will be over scholarship. You know what?
Now you've humiliated yourself. With all due respect to you, that you don't actually deserve, you've humiliated yourself. How have you humiliated yourself? You've humiliated yourself.
So just like I do with all my previous victims, I like to summarize their main blunders. For this clan, I don't think I can fit all of them like on the screen, but let's try. He makes a series of unsubstantiated claims that he doesn't even feel the need to justify. He says, academics say hadith are unsubstantiated. I said, name me an academic who says that. He says, oh, Yaser Qadhi. I tell him, look, Yaser Qadhi is not an authority in the Western Academy of Hadith. He doesn't even understand Harold Motsky's positions like properly. He had to be corrected on them by guys on Twitter. So he's not a scholarly authority. Give me a scholar from the Western Academy who says hadith are problematic, ahistorical, we can't use them. Even the most revisionist historians still say hadith are a source of history and we have to try and use them to reconstruct history and sift through the parts that are embellished. So his first claim is completely unsubstantiated. Secondly, this clown pretended to know what isnad-matn analysis is. He had no clue what the hell he was talking about. I guarantee he's never heard of it in his life because he doesn't actually read scholarship. He just reads Answering Islam articles from 2012.
So I'm going to tell you how he reaches his conclusion. He reaches his conclusion by performing isnad-matn analysis. Do you know what isnad-matn analysis is, Jay?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is isnad-matn
Okay,
analysis?
so the matan is different from isnad. Okay, you're looking at the content. So he's looking narrators versus content. Content is not the primary reason to sit down and make anything sahih or whatever you want to grade it as. It's really more on the narrators. Now listen.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This Jahil is so clueless. He thinks that isnad-matn analysis has to do with authenticating hadiths. That's how clueless he is. And he thinks it's part of our Sunni ilm al-rijal. Now, if he'd bothered to read any scholarship on the issue like Motzki's work or Kara's work, or if he'd even bothered to watch my videos before, my 2 boot camps explaining what it is and how it's used and how Motzki utilizes it, then he would know that isnad-matn analysis isn't a method of necessarily authenticating traditions. Rather, its main aim revolves around tracing these traditions back to specific points in time. And this is noted by Kara and Motzki in their respective works. The method essentially consists of 5 steps, which are essentially to collect the report with all of its variants, to cluster those reports and find the common links, then to test the variation in the matan compared to the variation in the isnad and see if there's genuine correlation in order to reconstruct the text, and then finally using that information to date the report to the terminus antiquum, or the last point that we can safely say the report was transmitted. Now, I want to make it clear that it's fine if you don't know something, but what's not fine is pretending that you know something, giving an incorrect definition, and then when you realize you're caught, you run from the debate, you kick me down, and then you say, well, we're done, because I've been saying the same thing over and over again. Yes, because the same thing I've been telling you is that Motzki considers the hadith to have genuine transmission. The scholars consider the hadith to have genuine transmission. So if you agree that they consider it to have genuine transmission, why should I care about what you say? What you want, your standard is that there must be a written signature that they all, like Aisha has to sign that she gave this hadith to so-and-so. And the next person, Nafi, has to say, oh, I heard it from so-and-so, and he's the signature. No, that's not the standard that we accept. And that's not the standard that you accept. Because when I asked you, okay, do you have anything written from Luke? Does that mean Luke didn't write anything? That there was no transmission being passed down? Luke is not an eyewitness. Where is he getting his information from? From oral tradition, from stories, from people that he supposedly interviewed that we don't know who they are. At least with the oral tradition that we have names ascribed to who heard things from who. Whereas with the tradition that you accept, you don't even know who Luke got his information from, how reliable they were, what was their memory like. You have no idea, right? Or how many people between Luke and Jesus. You have no idea. So this standard that he wants, like written signatures from like each tradiant, is completely absurd. No historian has this standard, which is why Motzki, who's a historian, says there's genuine transmission. So does Kara, so does Donna, so does Montgomery Watt, so do all the scholars that I listed to you. Thirdly, he misunderstands and misrepresents Yaser Qadhi. Now, Yaser Qadhi is a deviant, and he's not a scholar or authority in any sense of the word, and I've made that clear in the previous videos that I've made on him. But nevertheless, even if he's a deviant, you shouldn't misrepresent what he's saying. What he's saying is that there's methodological differences between the Western Academy's epistemology of HCM, in that they don't accept miracles, they don't accept prophecy, they accept the principle of analogy. Therefore, a priori, they can't look at the hadith and take it on its apparent, because the hadith consists of prophecy, miracles, and things that violate the historical critical method. So he's simply pointing out the methodological differences between the two paradigms. He's not saying that the hadith methodology is debunked. That's not what he's saying. And he never said that. And in fact, in the later clarification post that I showed on the screen, he says the opposite. He says, of course, it's obvious that someone who spends their whole life studying and preaching Quran, Seerah, and Hadith believes in the Hadith and believes they are authentic. So again, these low-tier Christians just want sound bites. They don't care about substance. Oh, your scholar Yaser Qadhi said that hadiths are debunked. Finished. Gotcha, Muslims. Gotcha, Abdul. Ask him, what's the methodology? He has no idea. Ask him, which scholars say that? He has no idea. Ask him, okay, what's the substantive critique of our tradition? Has no idea. But this is the kind of apologetics that you find on TikTok and TikTok Lives. But this is the kind of low-tier garbage apologetics that you see on TikTok Lives. To be fair to the host, Darren, at least he's humble in that he accepts that he's ignorant and he doesn't know, he's not familiar with the literature, he hasn't actually studied these topics deeply, which I can respect someone who's honest and humble. What I can't respect is someone who pretends like they know what they're talking about when they actually don't. So even though Darren and this clown Jay have essentially the same amount of knowledge, which is just, oh, look at this hadith, it looks problematic, or look at this hadith, it has an absurd matan, or look at this hadith, it says this and I find it problematic, right? That's essentially amounts to their critique of hadith, just, oh, look at this absurd matan, supposedly. One of them is at least humble in that he realizes that, oh, look, I haven't looked into it, so I'm not going to make a judgment. The other one is ignorant enough to pretend like he knows what he's talking about and produces he produces a standard of evidence so high that no one could meet it, not even his own tradition. And then he expects to hold me to that standard, but not hold himself to that standard, which is hilarious, which is why he also wasn't engaging when I was asking him these questions. He also said that top influential Sunni scholars said academia has zero credibilities. Bro, which scholar said this? Tell me, please. Which scholar said this? There is not a single scholar who said this. Please, Jay, tell me, which scholar said that academia has zero credibility? Which top Sunni scholar said academia has zero credibility? This guy just makes claims. He doesn't even feel the need to substantiate his nonsense claims. I could get into the rest of his unsubstantiated claims, but there really is no point. But yeah, I think it's self-evident that this guy's a clown. The only reason I made this video is to let everyone know that this guy's a clown and not to take him seriously. So yeah, to use the words of my brother Dean Responds, this guy is a disingenuous pig, and may Allah curse him and his master Sam Shamoon, because they're both clowns who will be rotting in the hellfire eternally. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لا